jerked him around, quite literally. I don't know what that was. I don't know if you guys heard it. Like some type of warbly thing over here. I don't know. Hello. This is BB. I am sexy potato. Yes, I'm wearing the same thing because I wanted to record 2 videos at once to make sure it gets out on time. So you might as well just deal with it. Hi, this is BB. Thanks for coming to see me. We're going to do some Am I the A-hole post today. Read them, figure out what's going on, and see, are you the A-hole? You're looking lovely today, by the way. Love tea. You love tea? You're looking lovely today, by the way. Let's get into it. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister to grow up when she confronted me and complained to me? My sister has 2 sons by 2 different guys. Scandalous. The older boy, Jamie, is 17, and the younger boy, Jordan, with a Y, he's gonna be cool, is 15. Jamie no longer spends time in my sister's house. He lives with his dad for almost 2 years now. While Jordan lives with my sister and has nothing to do with his dad, per his dad's own choice. My sister and Jamie's dad were not on good terms. My sister cheated on Jamie's dad with Jordan's dad, and she also admitted to cheating on Jamie's dad before Jamie was born. And Jamie's dad had, this is like one of those little, he says she sells down by the seashore. He said he sells seashells. Oh, I have a lisp. I can't do it. Now I'm just gonna give up. All right. Oh, so Jamie's dad, Jordan's dad. She also cheated on Jamie's dad before Jamie was born, and Jamie's dad had to do a DNA test to be sure. Jamie was his bio son. It was a mess. She really jerked him around, quite literally. I couldn't resist. The joke was there. When Jordan's dad left her, my sister liked to the woman Jamie's dad was dating. I'm guessing I suppose he didn't like dating at the time, and claimed Jordan was his. This broke them up, and even though he isn't the father, my sister expected him to do the right thing for both of her children. Her expectation for Jamie's dad was to step up for Jordan never ended. Jordan was naturally upset, jealous, and had a lot of feelings from a young age about Jamie having what he didn't, and because Jamie had a lot more and did a lot more because his dad could afford that. Jamie's life was very different. No, stop. To Jordan's, and Jamie never wanted to invite Jordan to his dad's house or to places his dad would take him. Eventually, Jordan started saying negative things about Jamie's dad, and Jamie would defend his dad. This relationship had never been close before this, but once those fights became very common, it was very nasty between them. My sister blames Jamie's dad for this, even though she never explained things to Jordan correctly. I tried a couple times. My sister had made him feel like he had the right to expect more from Jamie's dad. The last time Jamie's dad was in the house, he told Jordan they weren't brothers, they weren't family, and Jordan wished Jamie's dad was dead. Alright. Calm down. They have not spoken since, and I still see and speak to both boys. My sister doesn't like this. She doesn't like that Jamie has been to my house since he moved out of hers. So she came over the other day and confronted me about touch with Jamie and keep him a part of the family, even though he refuses to be part of theirs. She complained for 20 minutes about this, and it came across very childish to me. Almost like when kids are like, you can't be friends with her because I'm not. I told her to grow up and act like the mother she's meant to be, and not like a middle grader. The grammar. Not like a middle schooler is what I think she meant. She told me I should be more understanding and less shitty to her. Am I the a-hole? This is some heavily parenting stuff that I'm not a parent, so I'm going to defer to the comments. And let's find out. Let's see what people say. Let's see. Not the a-hole. Your sister's actions caused a lot of hurt and conflict in the family, and it's understandable that you would be frustrated with her complaints, especially when it sounds like she's not taking responsibility for the situation. Okay. You're maintaining a relationship with both her sons, which is a positive thing, but she seems to be more focused on the drama and her own feelings, rather than the well-being of her children. Telling her to grow up might have been blunt, but it was a response to her behavior, which does seem immature given the circumstance. You're right to maintain the relationships with both Jamie and Jordan, and your sister should be focusing on mending the family dynamic rather than to control who you can interact with. I mean, that makes sense. It was a high upvoted comment. It's the highest one. Yeah, not the a-hole, not the ale, not the a-hole. Yeah. All of your moms and dads have commented, and they're ruling not the a-hole, so that's what I'm going to rule too. That's not the a-hole. Shitty situation, though. I'm so sorry. Am I the a-hole if I tell my landlord is a non-student living in my student house? Maybe. Let's find out. So this week, I, male 23, moved into a 7-bedroom student house. Before I moved in, I had to sign a disclaimer stating that I was below 35 and that I'm a student. I'm a student. So I moved in, and I'm the first person in the house for the most of the week until a random man, I'm guessing 40s, shows up in the hallway at like 11 p.m. I mean, it's kind of awkward, but let's see. I thought he was my landlord or something, so I was just chatting to him, and then he was like, "Where is my room?" I realized he was moving in and asked if he was a student, and he said he wasn't. Then he told me he was a wedding entertainer and showed me videos of him dancing around dressed as a clown. So I just want to know if it would be a dick move if I ask my landlord why he's here, and the landlord knows he's in his 40s and not a student. I'm also confused of why he wants to live with students at this age, especially considering this property is more expensive than other house shares in the area. None of my housemates have arrived yet, and we haven't met, but I'm wondering if they would think this is weird or I'm just being mean. Please let me know, and thank you. So before I go to comments, I can see where the dynamic there could be awkward, the age gap. I need a little more context. Like, if there's no like special deal going on, like it's just like average rent, it's like the same rent he'd be paying somewhere else, then I mean, yeah, why tell on him if he's not being weird? But like, if it's a student housing where you're paying less because you're in school and that's why they want to confirm that you're going to school, then yeah, he's taking advantage of something he shouldn't be taking advantage of. There could be another student that needed that house, that room, that now has to like travel really far away because he's like using like something he's not qualified for. It'd be no different than getting a student loan and spending the money when you're not going to school and then not paying it back. Even though they'd come after you for that, but it's like, you know what I mean. Let's see what other people think. Not the a-hole. I don't see a problem asking about it. Other than that, it might create a problem with your roommate, but it's very possible it's not an actual guarantee to you that only students will live there and that your landlord will completely waived or choose not to enforce it but if they wish to. Yeah, it's fair to bring it up. That's what I was saying. You know, ask your roommates. If the landlord was making an exception, that's fine. But like, if he lied to that landlord, and also, there's no reason the landlord has to tell him you brought it up either. Like, you're just trying to make sure, like, it should not be animosity because that landlord should not be talking to the other tenant about a concern you had if the concern was squashed when you talked to them. Verdict. NTA. What? Am I the a-hole for catching my falling sister? I don't see in what situation you'd have to ask that question. Well, let's see what weird situation we have. I don't know what that was. I don't know if you guys heard it. Like, some type of warbly thing over here? I don't know. So, like, I don't know. Literally, I posted on TikTok, but there was like a weird little girl singing in my editing, and I'll add it here. Here's the video I'm editing, and literally there was just like this random song embedded in my lyrics here. It can go like that. See, it was like one piece, and then literally I'm editing it, and then I go like this. Even though this is the face. But literally I was like, no thank you, poltergeist little lady, who I've decided to name Abigail. And I was just like, some weird stuff just happened in my room, and I was like, what is that noise? Don't like it. Back to what we're doing. Ooh, okay. So I'm 15, had to deal with a visit from my former student, I hope not, stepdad. So I, male 15, had to deal with a visit from my former stepdad. We all hate it, not just me, and he's very defensive over his younger kids. When he was married to my mom, he always made me stay away from my younger sibling because he considered me a bad influence. Due to me studying, oh, they spelled studying wrong. Studying my clothing and dressing in dark colors, keep in mind, I don't think it's the root cause. He just needed a scapegoat. So studying, no, not studying. It's studying, like the studs. Okay, I gotcha. You bedazzled it with studs. Okay. Anyhow, one of my sisters, female 7, is very hyperactive and never stops moving. During her dad's visits, she wouldn't stop climbing on the furniture and laughing hysterically. Later, we went to the park and my sister go to play, and the 7-year-old I mentioned makes it impressively high up on the jungle gym thingy. I walked over, asked her to please be careful, and so she decides to scare me by fully standing up. As you might expect, she fell almost instantly. I gotta say, I was still a good few feet away, booked it over, and caught her before she hit the ground. When I did, I let myself fall back a little slower than she was tumbling to not make a complete stop. My mom comes running over, freaking out. My sister starts crying, and my old stepdad starts yelling at me for distracting her, and if I hadn't said anything at all, she wouldn't have fallen, and started crying. He proceeds to shout more until my mom abruptly ends the visit and takes us home. She later thanked me for catching her, and I don't really know when a child is at risk to do it just seriously. Do nothing. I just word jumbled that, but so. I already tell you you're not the a-hole right now. That guy sounds like a dick. Like, seriously? If you're letting someone know, regardless of age, hey, that's dangerous, you probably shouldn't do it, and they decide to be facetious and fucking do it anyways, that is not your fault. And your dad clearly, I don't know his parenting style. It seems like he just wants to not have to parent his kid and just yell at you. I don't know. Well, I guess it's both your father. No, it's your stepfather. Is it his daughter? I don't know. Maybe some more context, but yeah, you're definitely not the a-hole, and he seems like he is. Let's see what people said. Not the a-hole. If you weren't there, your sister would have been in the hospital for injury and various injuries that could be life-altering or terminal. Yeah, that was one of the higher upvoted ones. Not the a-hole. You did the right thing. Your mother knows it. Oh, yeah, the mom's good. She good. She good oaks. Good. That's what. If only you didn't wear dark colored clothing, this never would have happened. From where I sit, you do everything right. You cautioned your stepsister to be safer, and when she defied you, you caught her as she fell. Yeah. I bet your stepdad's desire to blame someone else for everything decided was somehow your fault, and it wasn't. He's the A here, not you. Yeah, they agree. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife by waffle? Men wearing waffle. Oh my, I think I'm having a seizure or a stroke. Men marry waffles instead of ladies now. So am I the a-hole for telling my wife she takes a long time to get ready? We have 2 kids together. Anytime we go anywhere, we'll go somewhere, I get myself, both kids, and the car or whatever else we need ready before she's close to being done. A week or so ago, I told her I can watch the kids so she can start getting ready. Since it takes her a while to get ready, I explained that it doesn't bother me. I understand women take longer to get ready. I can't speak for all women, of course, but typically they have more to do. I could tell she didn't really like this comment, and has since made a couple comments around us getting ready since then. For example, I very recently got a vasectomy, so my wife has been doing a ton more since I'm supposed to take it easy. Yesterday we were getting ready and she just got out of the shower, and I heard the kids were upset because I wasn't fast enough to getting a snack. Itch. This hair on my face. She came out trying to take over, but I told her I'm good. I'd rather her take a shower. Before I could finish, she said, can we not do this right now? I know I take long to get ready. Someone's sensitive. I told her that if she let me finish, I was going to say I'd rather her take some time to herself while getting ready since she's doing so much lately. I explained to her a couple times I generally do not care she takes a while, that it was simply just an observation. Am I the a-hole? Edit, to clarify, my wife and I have talked about it previously. She hasn't changed how long it takes her to get ready or anything. She has very curly hair, which I have heard is hard to work with. She is also fairly new to makeup, she's learning and experimenting. I don't know what exactly it takes for her. Takes her a while, but it really doesn't matter what it is. The point of my comment to her wasn't that she needs to get ready earlier or needs to rush. I said my initial comment as an acknowledgement that I understand she has more to do while getting ready and she's free to do that stuff without worrying about me or the kids. Then yeah, you're kind of the a-hole. Why did you bring it up? Like, if your goal was to make her not like acknowledge it, then why did you acknowledge it? By you stating it, it's like making some kind of like, maybe you have like a deep-seated regret, but then again, like, you're also, it's being said from the point of one person. I know a lot of reactors like, we want more context type stuff, but yeah, just don't bring it up. That's like you don't bring something up unless it bugs you. Bringing it up just like makes it seem like it's bugging you, and then she's just gonna think you're lying. But that's what people think. Let's see what other people think. Not the a-hole. It's a communication and it's bubbling up when she's flustered, or she probably feels rushed because you made that comment. Yeah, and she took a different way than you intended. I don't think that's what I'm saying though. Okay, but like, not the a-hole, not the a-hole. Yeah, the same. You're the a-hole for stating it a little bit. Not completely. So let me backtrack here. So, because you brought it up, you made her self-conscious, and now you're acting like when she is being snippy that she's like out of line. Well, what you should be doing is being like, hey, did you tell her this though? It seems like you didn't actually tell her that part that you posted here about how I didn't mean it that way. Like, you should like sit her down and tell her that part. I think you're doing some assumptions that she's just supposed to know that. I digress. All right. Those were some Am I the A-hole videos. If you have some comments on what I said, feel free to say it down below. I always like feedback, especially if you have comments on videos you want me to do too. Put that down below. If you're still here now, what's the word we could put? If you watch this to the end, go ahead and put juicy fruit in the bottom. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I think I just want gum. I also started a diet, so like, I'm hungry. But yeah, like and subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when I post a new video. And thank you for coming to see me. This is BB. See ya.